Everybody, welcome to Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. Hope you guys are doing well today. Today is Friday, February 25th, and already February is gone, and 2 months have already been gone now in the year of 2022. I hope everybody's doing well out there. First of all, I just want to start off by saying prayers out to Ukraine. Of course, horrible what's going on out there, folks, and we just Godspeed and pray for the best. You're watching Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, or give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show, folks. And the format has not changed if you just joined us, folks. Monday to Friday, 12 o'clock noon, a little lunchtime fun, folks. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we have guests. Tuesdays, call-in Tuesday. Call, talk about anything you want to talk about. Thursday, of course, is my co-host, Laura Ocean, my wife. It's a lot of fun with that. So, and it's great. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and sending me all your letters and stories and stuff. And I'm very happy been doing this now since 2020. We got a great guest on today, one of my musical hero idols. I can't believe I got him on the show. We're talking about Pez Band. We're talking about Off-Broadway, Black and Blonde, and the list goes on and on. The great Mimi Botenis from Oak Park, Illinois. I still listen to Pez Band every day. So I'm excited. All right, but before we bring him on, don't forget every show, let's just get going. A couple of sponsors out of the way, folks. Let's not forget Airtight Windows, siding and specialist, family owned for 30 years for honesty and quality. Do it right with Airtight. Give Lou a call at 708-788-5000, folks. Don't forget, follow us down on Twitter, where you can see the show every day on Twitter and the Tony Ocean Show as well. How about YouTube? Also, go subscribe to the Ocean's page. Share the show right now, folks. If you're watching, push the button and share it, and tell everybody about the show. We're excited. Let's not forget Trico Hair Experts out of Rosemont, Illinois, guys. Forget about the comb-overs, the sprays, the hats, and all that crazy stuff. Check them out. Carmela and Anthony are fantastic. They're right out of Rosemont. And it's family owned, local. It's important. Give them a call at 773-999-7888. And we got a lot of stuff coming up, folks. Don't forget, I want to thank, we stopped over at Manny's Ale House in Elmhurst yesterday. Manny's a great owner. It's like a Greek, something like a Greek New Year or something before it happens. So they feast. They give everybody all this meat and stuff. Wow, food was outstanding. We didn't stay too long because we had a gig, of course. But thank you, Manny, for that, from Manny's in Elmhurst. I want to thank everybody who showed up last night to Rivers Cafe. Thank you guys so much, Jimmy Marchese. With that snow, I'm surprised we still had a sold-out show, folks. So thank you so much for that. Tonight we'll be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse in Schaumburg, 8 o'clock, with the professor, Daryl Armenstadt. Tomorrow, that's Offsides, a bar and grill in Woodstock, Illinois. Now, that show is completely sold out. Ocean's Rat Pack. That show starts at 8 o'clock. That's Tony and myself, of course, is Dean Martin. Bill Soratellis, Frank Sinatra, and Sam Elliot Winbush, of course, is Sammy Davis. Sunday will be at Ron Onesti's Club Arcada Speakeasy. That is a 4 o'clock hit. So it's fun. We have a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff to talk about. So it's showtime. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. And now, your host, Mr. Tony Ocean.
Thank you, my good friend Nelson. Guys, we got a great show. Like I said, the great man from Chicago, of course, Mimi Botenis. I can't wait to have him on, and it's going to be great. I'm just still excited, man. It's very cool, man. All right, we got one more sponsor we have to make sure before we bring him on. Let's not forget Don Esteban Cigars. They're right out of Tarpon Springs, Florida. Folks, get those hand-rolled cigars sent right to your home. You can call Javier, 727-366-7536. Tarpon Springs, Florida. You can ask for the Tony Ocean cigar, or you can ask for any kind of cigars that you like he smokes. They can roll it for you, hand-rolled. Plus, they have regular cigars there as well. So that's Don Esteban Cigars. All right. Real fast, talking about the mini tours we got coming up. Now, we're going to start off in Venice Beach Community Center. We'll be there Friday, March 11th. The Windy City Boys. That's right. Yours truly and Greg Reaney. That's going to be Friday, March 11th. at the Venice Community Center. You can get tickets at thewindycityboys.com. Now, if you can't make the show, folks, you can go to thewindycityboys.com. And also, ladies and gentlemen, you get the live stream tickets. They are available as well. That's Friday, March 11th at the wonderful Venice Community Center. Then we have a special show coming up in Estro, Florida on the 12th, and we'll be announcing that beginning of next week. And don't forget, if you can't make Florida, then we're going to be all the way out in Mesa, Chandler, Arizona, folks, on the 18th and 19th, Chicago West Fest, hosted by Jim McMahon, former quarterback of the Chicago Bears. That's Oceans Rat Pack. It's going to be a great show there, 2 days in beautiful in Arizona, back to back. So get your tickets at the Chicago West Fest.com. Going to the Casa Loma Ballroom on April 26th in beautiful St. Louis, one of the great places to perform. Love the ballroom. It's huge, man. It's a great, huge ballroom, so it's a lot of fun there. Don't forget, folks, John, get your tickets at oshows.com for the St. Jude's benefit we're doing. Now, we do one in December. Nick Sahajas puts that together, of course, the piano man here in Chicago. And it was a big success. I'm doing another one here with a lot of different people. The Jersey Girls, yours truly, blah, blah, blah. A lot of great guests will be there. That's May 1st at the beautiful Arcada Theater in Des Plaines, the brand new Des Plaines Theater owned by Ron Onesti. And then, of course, let's not forget the May 29th, Tony Ocean's 30th anniversary show at the Des Plaines Theater, folks. At the Des Plaines Theater, Sunday, May 29th, 17-piece band, big band put together by the great Nick Sahajas, plus the main event band will be there. It'll be a lot of fun, a lot of special guests. Produced by Ron Onesti, of course, and it's going to be a great time. oshows.com. Tickets go on sale next week. And then we're going to be giving away tickets next week, folks, for our show in Natchez, Mississippi at the beautiful Mongolian Bluff Casino, folks, June 2nd, 3rd, and 4th with the main event band. It's going to be a lot of fun. And thank you, everybody, for coming up Wednesday to my other new project, of course. Remember, we do have the Dream Police, which we do the tribute to Cheap Trick. We don't play out too much with that band. But I also got the new one now called Mojo's Jukebox, and it's all the hits of the 70s and 80s. All my favorite bands. The Babies, Raspberries. Let's not forget Pez and Off Broadway. We got Survivor, all the great bands, Styx, Billy Squier, Honeymoon Suite, John Wayne. I mean, the list goes on and on. So some Slade, too, as well. So the Mojo's Jukebox will be in. We made a little appearance on Wednesday at Riley's just to do a little thing. So that was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. Let's say hello to some people. We have Santa Barbara, California, St. Louis. Joanne, how you doing? Robert Provenzano, have fun watching The Godfather. That's right. 50th anniversary. I'm excited about that. Carol, how you doing? Hope you're well. Karen Dean, we're going to speak. We are going to the Speakeasy Sunday. Yes, we'll be there at the Speakeasy this Sunday. Thank you so much, Carol. Detroit's watching. New Jersey, how you doing? Las Vegas, Albert from the Ron Onesti organization. How you doing? Joe Nashka, how you doing from Wisconsin? All right, guys. All right. So without any further ado, I don't want to keep this guy waiting. He's very busy, and I am truly, truly excited. I mean, if you've never heard of Pez Band or Off Broadway, there's something wrong with you people, because this, to me, Pez Band and Off Broadway have to be the best things that come out of Chicago. Now, there's been no disrespect to the other bands from Chicago, because I love a lot. But you're talking about Pez Band and Off Broadway, and between the two, Pez is my favorite. I mean, with great songs and great albums and power pop. Power pop, my favorite music. You guys know that. After Sinatra and all that, it's the Bay City Rollers, the Raspberries, Eric Carmen's my idol too. So that's my favorite music, and the British Invasion. And you put all that stuff together, and you, like the first Pez Band album, of course, filed under power pop. So cool. Great songs like Baby It's Cold Outside, Please Be Somewhere Tonight. Yeah, I mean, songs are just great. Cover to cover, Stella Blue, Didn't We? Laughing in the Dark, of course, their second record, actually. Love Goes Underground, Stop, Wait a Minute. And then they had Cover to Cover, the third one. 30 Seconds Over Schaumburg, that's fantastic. Boy, Dangerous People, a lot of good stuff. And plus, Mimi had his own solo song, of course, Love and Emotion, that came out. So we're going to talk about everything. Let's just bring them on. Ladies and gentlemen, the great legend, Chicago legend, Mimi Batanis. Mimi, how you doing, sir, today?
Hello, Tony. How are you?
Oh my God, I am excited, man. I'm telling you, when I met Don Rickles, I was excited. When I met some of my guys, but I'm telling you, Mimi, I've been a fan of yours for many, many years, and you guys have put out, I have to say, the best power pop band ever next to the Raspberries. My total opinion.
Thank you. That's great to hear.
You got it. Now, Mimi, let's just start real fast. Where were you born, sir?
I was born in Champaign, Illinois.
Very cool.
Yeah. I'm from Oak Park, Illinois, but I grew up in Oak Park.
A lot of great music came out of Oak Park. Very cool. You have a big family, Mimi?
My own personal or the Greek family?
No, your own thing.
I have 4 children and a wife. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. So let me ask you something, Mimi. When you started, somebody influenced you when you were a kid? Grandfather, somebody? Did you see the Beatles on Ed Sullivan? I mean, that's the story I hear. Who influenced you, sir?
I had a musical family. My mother played piano. My sister played piano. My grandfather, my papu, played mandolin. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So I heard it a lot of Greek music coming up. And of course, the Ed Sullivan Show did it for me. Yeah. Like everybody.
Yeah, when the Beatles came on. Were you a Beatles fan and a Stones fan? Or neither? Both?
Both. Yeah.
Yeah, what Beatles did were just amazing, came in.
Yeah, of course.
So Mimi, you've been playing music for so many years, and you come up with some great records, and you're still doing your stuff, which is amazing. Tell me how the whole Off-Broadway, you and Cliff together, how did that all come about before you left and went to Pez Band?
Well, Cliff sang with Pez Band for a few years in the early 70s. And then he went off on his own. And then, of course, we were lucky enough to get a record deal. And, we kept going. And then he formed Off-Broadway later on. And they put out a record in about 1980, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But we went to school together. All of us went to school together, Oak Park High.
Yeah. I mean, you got great musicians. Of course, Mike Gorman. We've had him on the show. Mike played a couple of demos for you. Fantastic. And, of course, Kenny Harrick with Off-Broadway. I know Kenny just played on your solo record, too, The Love and Emotion, which is cool. Yeah. Kenny did some studio stuff with us. Tommy Goenda, of course.
Of course,
unfortunately, we lost the great Mick Rain. Great drummer. Sorry about your loss there, Mimi, with that.
Thank you.
So came out the first record, Baby It's Cold Outside. Fantastic. What was it like when you first heard it and it was out there and getting a lot of press? And I mean, it was a great tune.
It was fantastic. Really, we had moved out to New Jersey because our record company was in New Jersey and our management was in New York City. And so we were out there, and my phone.
That's okay. Hello, Chief. Yeah, it's your shoe phone.
Yeah. But what was really wonderful is that we got a lot of airplay out in the East Coast, and we did a lot of radio and TV shows. And that year, 1977, was just a powerhouse for us. We were just rolling like wild. We were on our way for sure.
I mean, you had to, at that time, 77, if you think about it, besides the power pop and the whole punk thing that's kicked off too, to change the whole music stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's another question. Now it makes sense. The New Jersey thing, is that the connection, how you got Clarence Clements to play sax on the first record?
Yes. The studio that we, House of Music was the name of the studio that we recorded it in. And the E Street Band, and I think it was owned by a studio. I can't remember it so long ago, but the record producer knew Clarence Clemens and the Brecker brothers, all these other guys, and he got them all because they all did session work there.
Yeah, there you go. Fantastic. How did it, when you came up with that power pop file under, whose idea was that? Was it you guys that came up with that idea?
Yeah, I came up with that file under pop vocal, I think, because of the Beatles stuff,
Sure.
But the power pop thing really came out of one of the fellas at at Gem Records, at Passport Records, he came up with that to market us, even though that term had been used, I think, by Pete Townsend years before, but it wasn't really commercially used until they put it on us. But we never thought of it that way. We never thought of it. We're a power pop band. We just thought we were a rock band.
A rock band, sure.
Yeah.
And then now, of course, when you see Pez Band, and that's when you looks up power pop, top 5, 6 bands, Pez Band always comes up. The Records,
Right.
The Raspberries, Big Star should have been huge, another
Right.
band at the time. So
Right.
obviously, do you listen to power pop? Is that stuff that you really like, and that's how your influence in writing your music? Where does it all come from?
No, not at all. I don't listen to it at all. I I listen to Greta Van Fleet, Billie Eilish.
Okay,
That's what I've been listening to lately.
all right.
But I when I do listen to the music, I go back. I go back and listen to like the early Fleetwood Mac stuff, or the early Kinks and that kind of thing, and that kind of still influences me, like it did back then in the 70s.
Yeah, the early Kinks is fantastic. And I hear that Ray Davies and Dave Davies are starting to record again together, which
Wow.
would be very cool because
Wouldn't that be great? Yeah.
wouldn't that be fantastic? All right, first now we go to Laughing in the Dark. Love the cover, everybody covering the mouths in the back. I loved all that. Fantastic. Of course, Love Goes Underground, one of my favorites. And of course, Stop, Wait a Minute. I mean, I love it on the studio version. And when you crank it over there, of course, when you did your live stuff of 30 Seconds Over Schaumburg and stuff, how did Laughing in? So the first record was good enough. They came up with a second one.
Yeah,
What did you think of Laughing in the Dark?
we went to England at the end of 1977, November. We went to England, and we recorded in Jethro Tull's studio, and we did that record. The power pop song up there is "Stop, Wait a Minute."
Yeah,
That's the one that put that record out.
a fantastic record it is. And then, of course, the classic Cover to Cover. I mean, every tune on that record is just fantastic. I mean, you got Stella Blue, one of my favorites, and of course, Didn't We? Where do you get your influence from writing songs? Maybe they come for stuff that's actually happened, or how does that come about when you start to write a song?
Well, for me, it just kind of happens along, or something influences me, and I'll get a set of lyrics together and a chord progression, and it just kind of comes together that way. I can't force it very, very well. It just naturally comes that way.
Is it the music first, or the words, or vice versa, or not really?
Vice versa. Most of the time, it's the music. I have a nice chord progression that I like, and it'll come together. Try to make some meaning out of it.
Absolutely. You're watching Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things, folks. We got the great Chicago legend, Mimi Patenis, of course, formerly of Off Broadway, Pez Band, Black and Blonde. It's just so much stuff and so much great music, plus of his solo stuff, Love and Emotion. Mimi, you came up to the studio, or did you guys decide to come up with the 2 live records, 30 Seconds Over Schaumburg? And then how did that come about?
That came about with, that was part of the record deal from Passport. We had 3 studio records and 2 EPs. And so one EP, when we did Laughing in the Dark in England, we recorded a live record there at Camden Lock at a place called Dingwalls.
Yeah, and that was too young, too soon, or too old, too soon.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
We
very good.
got some good songs off that one.
Do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite between the 2 live ones that you like better?
Yeah, I like the Dingwalls better.
Yeah.
Hippie Hippie Shake's pretty good.
Oh, that's a great. Yeah,
He's really
fantastic.
wailing. The band
Very
is really
cool.
on fire.
Mimi, when you guys do cover songs, if you didn't do too many, but when you did, how did you decide that was that whole band thing to pick that song, or Hippie Hippie Shake?
Yeah, we did it because we could put some power behind it. If we could put some power behind it, we did it.
Absolutely. So you guys are together many years, then along comes Dangerous People. Now that was what, 2013 or 2017?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
How did that all come about?
Most of those were just outtake studio things that didn't make it on cover to cover. That was on most of those songs were for cover to cover.
I got
Dangerous
it.
People is one of them.
Yeah,
One song. Yeah.
yeah, women in politics, Russian tanks right now. I mean, the
Oh,
song is incredible too, man.
I mean, couldn't we could release that right now, right?
Right now, I mean, I'm telling you, you might just want to throw that back out there again. Really,
Yeah.
it's fantastic. Now, Mimi, you opened for a lot of different acts. Did you have a favorite one that you really admired, or who was a person that you've met in the musical business or anywhere and with all the travels that you had? Anybody that you met that you were like awed about when you actually
Oh, we met David Bowie.
How cool was that?
Yeah, we gave him a ride to his hotel. We were playing the Russia. We played the Russia, and he comes in there with his bodyguard at about 3 a.m. They had played at Park West, I think. They were on their first tour. It was pouring rain. The club was closing, and we were packing up to go. And there were no cabs, nothing.
Nothing.
Look out, outside on Rush Street, you couldn't see across the street. That's how much rain there was. So he said, well, could you chaps give us a ride? And so I was with Cliff at the time, and we did. So, he was just with the red hair, with the red hair. He was great, very quiet. It's just a frail little person, very
little
sweet.
person. Yeah, and you see him like that up on stage.
Yeah.
Was there anybody that you met that kind of maybe rubbed you the wrong way? And you don't have to actually say anything, but I asked everybody, some guy that you thought might have been really cool ended up being a real jerk or just not.
Well, we opened for Supertramp.
Okay.
And we opened for a lot of groups back then. Supertramp, Fleetwood Mac, Rush, Blondie. We were right there with them. But Supertramp, I remember the roadies. They rubbed us the wrong way. They were not very nice. They were very uppity English guys, and they didn't like us, and we didn't like them.
Yeah, and you guys are just trying to do your thing, and you got some great music. You know what I mean? Different type between Supertramp and Pez Band up in front.
Oh, very much. And when you're an opening act, as you probably know, you don't get treated very well anyway. What do you have, a half hour on stage, and they get you on? Get out.
Yeah, you only get like 2 monitors instead of the whole monitors.
Oh, or, yeah, if you can get a monitor mix.
If you could get a monitor. Maybe tell me about the switch between John Pasden and Mike Gorman when they switched.
That'd be Tommy. Well, we had the original group is myself and Mick and Mike and John Pasden. That's the original group. We put it together for about 8 years. Then Cliff joined us for a while. John left. A friend of ours from Oak Park High and River Forest, Dan Wade, tremendous guitar player, excellent musician. He played with us for a while. Dan left, and then Cliff left, and Tommy Gwenda came in, and to make it short, that's how it went together.
That's how it went together. Well, whatever format you had, it was always great, and it was always Pez Band, and it was great. Why do you think, Mimi, yeah, I mean, it was the music of power pop? Why do you think that's never been up in the mainstream? I mean, you had so many great bands. I mean, the Records, 2020, Paul Collins and the Beat. You got even Cheap Trick never really gets his due. Finally, they got put into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but
right.
Why do you think it never got that Main Street level, that main push?
I don't really know. I do remember that back in the 70s when we were coming up and doing all that stuff, that we were up against the monster at the time was disco.
Yes.
And that killed everything and put any kind of power pop band to the side. And I don't know if it still kind of sticks that way, but Cheap Trick had some tremendous songs. I Want You to Want Me.
Yeah.
I mean, they had some great songs. And why did it become, international. I don't know. Maybe they are.
Yeah, well, but I mean, there's so many great bands that have great records out, and it's like like for instance, look at the Knack. Okay, they had the whole Capitol Records behind them. They put the
Oh, yeah.
Beatles boots on. They got a lot of slack for that. But if you listen to Doug Frieger and their music, it's fantastic. I mean, that Capitol Records sold so many millions. I think the only other band besides the Beatles on Capitol that sold that much records when that first record came out.
Was that the Knack? Yeah, really?
Get the Knack. Yeah, we'll Get the Knack.
Uh-huh.
And the second album didn't do that well, and the third album bombed completely. But it's amazing, though, that great music, the power pop is there. Mimi Patenis, how did the name Pez Band? Obviously, the Pez, where did that come from?
Oh, well, that was another thing that I kind of put together. In grammar school, I loved the Pez candy.
Yes.
Those little candies made in Austria. They had a really unique flavor, unique taste, and packaging and all that. Nothing else was like that. They were really unique. So I thought, well, how about making a band out of that? What else could it? Could only mean one thing. It could mean only this band. So it was Pez Band. And why I really liked it, the letters, the P-E-Z. I thought it was an unusual combination of letters.
Yeah, you don't see that too much. And then you put band behind it. That's pretty cool.
So it only meant us, and that's why we got it.
Absolutely. Okay, Tell us about Black and Blonde. That was an incredible idea too. How did that all come about?
That came about with that all started in a friend of ours, Bill Cavanaugh, and his little basement party in Oak Park and South Oak Park, and I was there. And then Cliff came in, and we started singing and playing together. And a few weeks later, we said, "Well, I've got all these songs," and we put it all together. And we said, "Let's call it Black and Blonde." So it was my dark hair and his blonde hair, and so that's what we called it.
And Just in Time, and the other song that you guys did, not the one that Off Broadway did originally, but there's some great. I mean, you guys just come out with some great music. And I know that they had something called United Tech that came out in what is it?
Oh, United Technique, yeah.
Yeah, 72. That's the first studio demos before the record, correct?
Those were demos back then, yeah.
Fantastic stuff as well. Just great. Let's talk about Love and Emotion. Where did that all come about, and what made you want to put that out now? Was there a while between the years that you didn't put anything out?
Yeah, I did a record about 10 years ago called All That Glitters. Mm-hmm. And I had the lead song off that was called Love Is Just a Thin Veneer. Then I did another record called Music Sounds, another solo record. And then, I periodically put out some singles, and I have about 10 or 12 songs right now that I do with my producer, John Pavletic, who's behind me all the way with all this stuff.
Oh,
incredible engineer, just great. And
you released a Christmas single with Cliff just not too long ago, correct? That was interesting. That was a good song. Very cool.
Yeah, that was a good song. But Love and Emotion, really, that was about the Middle East, all the turmoil there. So I thought, what we need is some love and emotion here. It's kind of a flowery way to say stop all this fighting and anger and hate and all that with those people.
Yeah, think about this. What do you think if John Lennon was still alive today? I mean, that poor guy was trying to peace for so many years.
Yeah.
I don't know what he'd be thinking right now. Question I ask you, do you think that when the Beatles got that anthology together, if John Lennon was still alive, actually, you think they would have done something?
Play together?
Yeah.
It's very possible, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I thought there would have
been. Well, Ringo plays with Paul, right?
Yeah, they play on each other's stuff. Absolutely. Yeah. Today's also George Harrison's birthday. I don't know who he would have been, but the great George Harrison. We have Mimi Patenis, ladies and gentlemen, from Pez Band on the show today. Of course, now you hear let's go back to March 23rd or March 14th, 2020. You hear about COVID-19. What's the first thing you think about, Mimi? First of all, for music business and your family, what did you think of it all?
Well, I thought it was pretty scary. I thought this is like the plague
Yeah.
of Europe in the 1400s. Was it
Yeah.
back then? And we're going to go through this now. And now, when you mention that, we're thinking about what just happened 2 days ago with Ukraine. And
Yeah.
now we're going to go through a war. I mean, what's going to happen? We went through that misery in Europe centuries ago. And then a few years ago, we had this terrible disease that just wiped out people.
Yes.
And now we have this. I think I better write a song.
Yeah, you better write a song, and Russian tanks need to be out again. That's an incredible
Russian tanks, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's good. I know the music business suffered, of course. A lot of the bands stopped touring. A lot of people, even the big famous bands probably didn't hurt because they had the money. But those guys that were up and coming or they've been around a while just doing the circuit and stuff, everything was cut. Like we lost music for like 6 weeks. And we went back to working. We went to Florida, to places where you can still work. But it was horrible. Let's just hope for the best. Mimi, what happened to music now? If you can't make a record deal anymore, that doesn't exist, right? How does it work now for music?
You do what I do.
Yeah.
Right now, what you're seeing is my little basement studio. I can't show you because of my computer screen.
Yeah.
But I have my recording equipment over here, and I have my slew of guitars and some keyboards and microphones, and that's what you do because you're able to do it because of the digital world.
Yeah.
Love and Emotion was recorded right here in my basement.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at some of these acts that are, what happened to the music?
Oh, that, yeah.
What happened? You got country, or you got rap, or you got this new stuff, and I don't even know what it is.
Right.
Can you tell me what it is? And then you got Dolly Parton, which no disrespect, I like Dolly. And then you got Eminem, and now they're going to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I don't get that one at all.
I don't. And no disrespect to either artist.
Yeah.
But could Dolly Parton go to the Rap Hall of Fame? Could the Stones go to the Country Hall of Fame?
No, that doesn't make any sense at all.
It doesn't make any sense. So one last question, Mimi. I know you're busy. Thank you for your time, but I wanted to say something. What kind of advice can you give to a young person that might be wanting to get into this business? It was a very hard business back then. Back in Chicago, back when all those great bands came, they had the record labels here, they had the push. Now just that stuff doesn't happen. So what kind of advice can you give?
Oh, just keep going, follow your heart and keep going. That's exactly what we did. We were just like, people were saying, well, you can't make any money. And we never really did make any money, but we kept going. We kept going because that's what we wanted to do. And somebody like Cheap Trick, we were neck and neck with those guys, and we played all the same places, taverns in Wisconsin, roller skate rinks, everything. But you keep going. If you have that drive, you keep going.
Mimi, do you remember the biggest crowd you ever played in front of?
Yeah, in Fleetwood Mac, 5,000 in Bingham, New York.
Very cool.
Yeah, we opened for Fleetwood Mac. We met Mick Fleetwood. He's 6'7", something like this. Huge guy.
Yeah, he should have been a basketball player. The guy's huge. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but he's English. You can't.
Yeah. Maybe will there be some new material or maybe some live performances? I know you guys were at the Arcada a few years back. That was cool with Dwight Twilley and everybody. Tell me anything new? Any shows?
Yes, I have. I do. I have. I always have my the latest stuff I put out was Memphis, which was myself, Mike Gorman, and Mick. The last recordings we did together, Memphis was out. That's on my Facebook page. I'm always going to have some singles being put out in the future of this year. And also with John Pavletic, we are working on remixing some of the Pez Band material for a best of Pez Band
Oh my, that would be
CD.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Oh,
probably next year.
yeah, that's awesome. 'Cause I know you're on a bunch of different musical greatest hits. Like they have these power pop records that came out, and they have a
Yeah.
bunch of different bands on there. It's
Yeah,
great.
throughout the years, we've been on all kinds of stuff. But
Yeah.
I think this one's going to be much better because with our technology that John is able to do, it's going to sound just incredibly good.
Well, we're excited to hear that. Will there be an anthology maybe of Mimi Batinas?
Yeah, that's Bettinas.
Yeah, Bettinas. I'm sorry.
Bettinas.
Many Bettinas, yes. Will there be an anthology out? Anything coming out? You think, something?
Not an anthology, but the only thing I have right now is the best of Pez Band, which I think we should be able to get together next year for a next year release.
And then maybe some live shows again, you think?
I don't know. Without Mick, it's really hard.
Yes.
We have Randy Antlep, who's a tremendous drummer.
Randy's a great guy, yes.
Yeah, Randy. Yeah, you work with Randy, right?
Yeah, Randy's a great guy.
Randy's he's very talented. He sings, he plays great. But we might have Randy and my friend Ned Babb, guitar player, and Mike, myself. There's a possibility of things to happen.
Well, let's hope. Mimi, I wish you more success. First of all, thank you for the years of incredible music. And
Thank you.
it's just, the music is just incredible. I don't even know what to say. I'm still nervous. Anyway, Mimi, thank you so much for what you're doing. Keep writing those great songs, and thank you for your time, sir. God bless you and your family. Peace. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. Bye-bye.
My good ladies and gentlemen, Mimi Batinas, ladies and gentlemen of Pez Band off Broadway. Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. You know what that means? Now it's time for another sponsor, folks. Oh, yeah. Let's not forget Deutz Power Center, folks. Deutz Power Center out of Elgin, Illinois, son of Power Service, serving the great construction industry and diesel industry in the Chicagoland for the last 100 years. 224-276-6550. That's Deutz Power Center. And of course, Mimi Batinas from Pez Band. Now, folks, I'm hoping that you guys who are listening to go and Google Pez Band and listen to some of this great music. Doug Sylvester, how you doing, buddy? Hope you and Lulu are well. Buddy, what's up, pal? How you doing? Well. Bob Dalton, how are you doing, my friend? How you doing? Thank you, Susan. Great seeing you again last night. Marion, thank you. Richard, wow. We're trying to have some great people on, and I'm just honored and humbled to have Mimi on, which has been one of my musical heroes here in Chicago. And if anybody that gets a chance to, please go Google Pez Band and buy some of those records, man, because it's great. It's great music. It's great rock and roll. It's great pop with great words and great lyrics and great meanings. Not like the garbage that's out right now. It's it. Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Again, thank you everybody that showed up at River Cafe yesterday with the snowstorm. Ooh, the big snowstorm. Well, what do we get? 5, maybe 4 inches? I don't know. But Jimmy did an incredible job. Jerry Jam's incredible. Thank you, Jerry. Amy's birthday, celebrating her birthday, and everybody coming. Ricky Stokes and his crew showed up last night, making just a great night. Of course, Dave Antonelli. Thank you, Dave, for doing what you do, my friend, my brother. Kathy, how you doing? Peggy Flynn, Joanne. Yeah, so it was crowded, folks. It was snowing, but they had a couple cancellations, but then other people took over the seats. So it was still a big, huge success at River Cafe. And I tell you, man, tonight we'll be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse. Now, the show Saturday night, Offsides Bar and Grill in Woodstock, Illinois, is sold out, ladies and gentlemen. The Rat Pack show is sold out. So we're excited to do that show. If you bought tickets and you're there, we're going to be there. Show starts at 8 o'clock. And then people asking what time we start at the Speakeasy on Sunday for Sinatra Sunday. We go on at 4 o'clock, 4 to 7 this Sunday, the 27th of February. And don't forget, folks, Florida, thewindycityboys.com. Get your tickets if you're going to be in the Florida area in Venice. If not, go to thewindycityboys.com and buy the live stream. Purchase it. You can watch the show from your living room, from your sofa, from your bedroom, wherever you're hanging. You can see the Windy City Boys, yours truly, and my good buddy Greg Reaney, giving you great songs that you grew up with. And, of course, the standards that we do. a lot of great stuff. So that's going to be Friday, March 11th. Get the live stream. Or again, and also if you're going to be in the Arizona area and Chandler, come and see the Oceans Rat Pack at Chicago West Fest with Jim McMahon, ladies and gentlemen, of the former Chicago Bears Super Bowl champ. All right, a couple things people asking about Mama D. Mama D is getting better, folks. I'm hoping she's going to be home in the next couple of days, so thank you for keep asking. Mama D, we love you. We miss you here at home. The dogs miss you here at home. It's going to be we miss you. It's just not the same without you. Almost time. I have my resume. You got it, Dave. Thanks, Dave. Daryl Armenstad, the professor. I will see you tonight, my good brother. Of course, at Chicago Prime Steakhouse. All right. Couple other things, folks. How about this? March 3rd, we'll be going back to Zaza's in South Barrington. March 5th, Saturday, Tavern on the Point. We'll be back there, folks, with Jerry Jams. A lot of fun. March 9th, we'll be at Ezavar, a brand new Italian restaurant in Lombard. That's a 6 o'clock hit on Wednesday, March 9th. March 16th, we'll be at Postitano's in Oak Brook. That's also a Wednesday. So a lot of good stuff coming up and a lot of great shows. More and more stuff. Let's talk about some stuff that's hitting the headlines, ladies and gentlemen. CNN, for you baseball fans out there, CNN quoted this morning, ladies and gentlemen, Major League Baseball will cancel the whole regular season baseball of this year if the union don't come up with any agreement. The deadline is Monday, February 28th. Monday, February 28th. If they can't come up with an agreement, there will be no baseball this year. Now, some people, it bothers them. Some people don't. But you know what? For us guys, I like to watch my Yankees. Hopefully they'll win this year. And you guys will like to watch your Cubs, and you guys will like to watch your White Sox. So it would be horrible if there's no baseball. But you know what? Get those greedy bastards who make all that money and just get back to playing the game. That's what you need to do. Get back to playing the game. You guys make millions and millions of dollars. How about those left fielders that sit there, barely catch a ball the whole game? Get back to work and get baseball. We need baseball. That's it. Ronnie B., I hope you're doing well, my good brother. All right. So, yeah, that's news. So that's going to happen by Monday. If there's no settlement, there will be no baseball this year. For all the St. Patty's Day coming up in March, but the St. Patrick's Day Parade is actually Saturday, March 5th. There's St. Patrick's Day Parade down on Madison Street. St. Patrick's Day Parade for all the Irish guys. And we were talking, me and my buddy Dave Antonelli, who's part Irish and part German and Italian. We were talking about Irish. And, you know, St. Patrick's Day is huge here in the States. And you guys know that in Ireland, they don't drink on St. Patrick's Day. You know, we just do it here in the United States. Another reason for them to make money, to go out and make money. Another reason to make money. Ooh, let's drink. I mean, crazy, but it is what it is. I want to say happy anniversary. Congratulations, my buddy Tony Bisek. 23 years at Enterprise. Tony, congratulations. Enjoy your retirement. Happy anniversary to my good friend Barbara and John Dugo. 23 years married. God bless you. Let's do some happy birthdays, folks. Happy birthdays. First of all, I want to say happy birthday, of course, to Vito Zotto's mom, born February 25th, 1935, died February 25th, 2021. So Vito Zotto, to your mom out there, my good buddy. Nick Hodges' father, too. Ron Onesti's father up in heaven. Happy birthday, Mr. Onesti. If you never got a chance to meet Ron's father, he was an incredible man, was a tailor, made some great suits, made all Ron Onesti's clothes and suits that he wore. And Mr. Onesti is definitely lost and a great man. So happy birthday up in heaven, Mr. Ron Onesti. Ron Shammer, the guy who watches the show. Ron, this is your grandmother, if I'm right, or your mother, Laura, celebrating a birthday. So happy birthday to her. Felice and Rosa, I don't know, Felice, if you're watching, my good friend, happy birthday to your dad, Joe the Barber, 95 years old. God bless, man. Horrible. You know, your mother, you lose a mother, you lose a father. I lost mine many, many years ago. I know a lot of you people have lost your families. And it's just horrible, man. You never know. They're here one day, they're gone the next. So, you know, you gotta love them, hold on to them, cherish them. You know, it's what it is. And life is too short in general with everybody. You know, we have beefs, like all this beefs that's going on right now in Ukraine. Horrible, those poor people. Horrible what those people are going through. Dr. J, NBA basketball player, the great Dr. J, celebrates a birthday. Ronnie Platt, originally here from Chicago, and has been a singer for the band Kansas for many, many years. Ronnie turned 60 years old. Happy birthday, Ronnie Platt. Let's see. We already said Ron Onesti's father. That's right. Santa Burke, Tommy Burke's wife, Santa. How you doing, Santa? I hope you're having fun with your horses over there. And happy birthday. Make sure you have a great one. P.W. Martin, a guitar player originally for the Dancing Noodles. P.W., how you doing, buddy, up in Indiana? I hope you're doing well, south side of Chicago. We also lost another actress, cabaret singer. She was also in MASH and a lot of other great movies. The great Sally Kellerman. Sally Kellerman died at the age of 84 years old. Happy birthday, former Cub. Of course, Ron Santo celebrates a birthday for all you Cub fans out there, Ron Santo. And Dominic Cerise, if I'm pronouncing his name, is Chinese. Of course, Uncle Jude from The Sopranos celebrates a birthday today. And of course, he had another great voice as well. It's National Restaurant. All the porn and Channel 9, so good to support them. Marion, you said it's National Restaurant. You said porn. I'm sorry. I think you might have misspelled that. Love Zito. Happy birthday. Yeah, Vito's a great guy. Happy birthday, Lisa Esposito, wherever you are, Lisa. Thank you, Richard Hamlin, for that. Happy birthday. Yeah, that is very cool, folks. Hey, February 28th, Monday, Burn the Mask Day. The masks are done in Illinois. According to according to Governor Pritzker. Folks, that's right. The masks are done. We know the vaccination cards. When I go, David, it is all yours, boss man. Oh, Mr. Antonelli, you're going to be around a long time, my friend. There it is, Greg Reaney putting the scale, putting the site there right on there. The Windy City Boys. And we mentioned a few times already. We're going to mention it again. Friday, March 11th, the Windy City Boys. If you can't make it to Venice, Florida, folks, you can buy the live stream. Come and see my good friend Greg Reaney and yours truly, the Windy City Boys in Florida. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's the beginning of a little something that we're going to hope it's going to grow into next year and the next year following that, going out and keeping some great music. And good guy, great entertainer, and a great guy, Greg Reaney. So excited about that. Thank goodness, no more masks. Bob Dalton, you're absolutely right. And I'm going to tell you guys something. Me and my wife, Laura, we came back from Mexico. If you're just seeing the show for the first time, we came back and we were going through customs and we were thinking that, oh boy, there's going to be a vaccination card. She's vaccinated, I'm not. So they never asked for vaccination cards. Coming in from another country to the United States, never asked. And Dave Antonelli and April, the producer of this show, and Dave Antonelli from Patriot Funding, he was with us too. They never asked for their vaccination cards as well. My friend coming in from Canada to the United States were never asked for their vaccination cards. So it seems like it's going to be a little crazy. Yes, every year. Thank you. No, thank you, Greg, for putting it all together, my brother. He's a good man. You and Kathy, look forward to seeing you guys. We're going to have a lot of fun. Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. How about this? According to CNN, folks, a woman was spent 13 days in jail because she, wow, isn't this? This is in prison for 13 days because she had the same last name as another person. So this person was arrested. CNN was arrested. Bethany Fabry from LA. Now she's suing the Los Angeles courts for being arrested. It's not even her, just because she had the same name. Isn't that crazy? Who's doing their investigation on there? Elizabeth Ha made a violent effort to get to your show last night. I know it's the snow, but it was a lot of fun. Elizabeth, I'd like to talk to you and Ricky about this social media thing you guys were talking about. And if we get some time, I'd definitely like to sit and talk with you guys about that. Anyway, okay, according to redhat.com, a hidden footage. Listen to this. Now, you got to watch out a lot of times what you say in this world. Sometimes we're going to say comments, good or bad. Sometimes it's either because you're in a bad mood, you're angry, pissed off at somebody. Sometimes you say things that you don't want to say. But here's a perfect example. According to redhat.com, that's redhat.com, a hidden footage shows a Texas teacher, an angry Texas teacher. This is a teacher sitting in the office with the other teachers. And he said, I quote, he quoted, saying that conventional Christians need to get COVID and die. Now, that was caught on film. Obviously, somebody's recording that while he was saying that. They don't even give the guy's name, and I won't even give this guy any credit for saying stupid like that. Whether you're a Christian, whether you're not, whatever your religious beliefs, you don't want somebody to catch COVID and die. But this is what the world has come to now. Us minorities, like us too. Look at us, 57. Another 15, 20 years, the whites will be minorities. We have so many great people in this world. Doesn't make a difference your color. Ever see the social media post? There's the hand, and then you see the different colors. You got red, you got brown, you got black, you got yellow, you got white. It all makes the hand. All makes the hand. The Native Americans had it right. We all learned to live together. I know it's hard, and a lot of times we don't live together. And now this country is completely divided. I don't know, man. And like I said, I'm not a political show, but I say things how I feel. And that's what's important to me. You don't have to like it. And I'm hoping that you guys do the same thing. But let me get this straight now. Putin waited for Joe Biden to become president of the United States so he can attack Ukraine. Now, why is this Donald Trump's fault? Now, whether you are a Trump fan or not, why is it the other president's fault? It doesn't make sense to me. And I'm just going to leave it at that. All right, folks, how about people that do Botox? Now, this is a horrible story. There's a lot of people out there that do Botox. Now, obviously, some women do it for if they're in the business, and sometimes movies, actresses, or some people just want to do it themselves to make themselves look pretty or make themselves look better. Like me, I could have shaved it. I got the stuff done from Trico. I use eye cream, and so we use stuff where all of us come out and try to look the best. But anyway, this poor lady here, and you know what? I don't know if I call them poor ladies, because after the lady had 15 different things done to her, something's sometimes bound to go wrong. You watch, you see. I forgot the wife of Richard Hamlin, not Richard. I forgot the actor, not Richard. I'm sorry, Richard. The actor, anyway. If her name was Renee something, and she did something to her lips, and the thing just blew up. She looked like Bozo. And then they walk around like, "How you doing? Did you see Kenny Rogers after his boat? He's got his eyebrows are up here. What is it with these people? Botox, Danny. Alessandro's. Elgin grocery store. Good man. Support local. He's a great guy. You and like Danny, you and Robin. Hope you guys are well. Yeah, we can turn it off if you don't like it. Exactly. But Lisa Rena, thank you, Richard. Lisa Rena, have you seen her? Remember, she was a good-looking lady, and she had these lips, and she walks around like remember those plastic wax lips that you expect like Donald Duck. Well, this lady was getting done to even out her smile, I guess, because her smile wasn't even. So unfortunately, the infection spread across her face, and now she talks with a lisp. So now she had the crooked smile, but now she talked with a lisp, like saying, "Yeah, yeah, where's your Messiah now?" Anyway, poor lady, but she had 13 things done unto her. I don't know. Listen, men, women are beautiful. Women are beautiful. Tall, short, fat, thin, skin, different colors, different hairstyles. They're all beautiful. I tell my wife all the time, I'm very fortunate. I got a beautiful wife. But the point I'm trying to say is that, they all have to do something. They all think that they have to do something. You know what? When sometimes you see these people all dressed up and look at that. Remember, when you go home and they wash all that shit off in the morning, that's the person you're going to wake up to. And society has made us do all this crazy shit. Leave it the way God made you. Absolutely. I mean, and look, you see people out there losing weight, trying to do what they're doing. Society just destroys, and especially kids these days. Oh, God forbid if they're not in the right, format or whatever it is. Unbelievable. So be proud of what you have. Everybody can make a little oil change or a tune-up, but come on. I tried. If I would have went bald, I don't know what I would have looked like. To be totally honest with you guys, I might look like Egghead from Batman. I don't have I got an egghead. That's it. I can start doing egg commercials. Cost her millions for that. Why so right? You're right, Marion. That's a lot of money they pay for that, and you're hoping that you're looking good. Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. Only a couple minutes left. If you just joined us, the great Mimi Bettinas was on, former member of Pez Band and Off Broadway, my power pop band, fantastic. And it was funny. I learned something new today. I'm figuring that Mimi loves all this power pop music, and he doesn't listen to it. Very interesting, because when they came out, they were just a rock and roll band. So the label put that, file under power pop vocal. Interesting stuff. Beauty is inside, not outside. Connie, you're absolutely right. Whatever God give you, expect it. Kathy, you're absolutely right. And we can try to do the best. Like I said, we can all right, look at this, folks. According to New York Post, there should be and I don't know how to go this. I got to be careful how I say this. People driving after a certain age. Now, I don't know what to think, but if there's something, I don't know. This particular lady out of New York City, excuse me, not New York, New York Post, she's from Florida and drove into an outdoor diner, killing one person and injured 6. Lady was 86 years old from Florida. And I don't know, if your glasses are bad, you need to get you fixed, or I don't know if your medicines, and they didn't even give you the story. They didn't even tell you why it happened, but it's got to be, look, it's hard for me to drive. I'm a horrible driver, horrible. Ask anybody that's driven with me. I'm doing 50 things at the same time. Phone, change the channel, cigar, ashes, light it. It's brutal. I'm horrible. So imagine that poor lady, what she must feel like. She injured 6 people and one person died. Crazy. According to HuffPost.com, a missing woman was found. She's a disabled missing woman, missing for 9 days. They found her? They found her in a towed car. Her car was towed. The thing that gets me is, what is she still doing in the car when it got towed? They found it after 9 days. She went to the hospital. She's okay. But she was in a tow zone, in a tow place where they tow the car. When they tow your car, the garage. And this disabled lady was still in the car. 9 days she was missing. Carmela, how you doing, my dear friend from Trico Hair Experts? Doing it right with Trico. I got to see them on Wednesday. We're going to go in and see them, folks. But the great Trico, we mentioned it. We'll mention it again. If you are in the Rosemont area, or even if you're not in the Rosemont area, and you guys want to do something for your hair, you know how to do it right there. Look at the number at the bottom of the screen. Trico Hair Experts, 773-99788. Tell them Tony O sent you. Carmela and Anthony will do an incredible job for you guys. That's Trico Hair. We are almost running out of time, folks. And it's just crazy stuff that's happening here. Elton John, according to Fox News, Elton John's private jet was going to Ireland, had a hydraulic problem, and they did an emergency landing. Thank God they landed and everybody was okay. But there you go. That's got to be scary, man. When you get on those planes, you don't know. That's, but it's just people say, oh, I'm so afraid to fly. It's the same thing if you're in a car. You can slip in your bathtub. You never know what's going to happen. So it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and this is Welcome to Illinois. Someone asked me, Tony, welcome to Illinois. Are you ready? What's it like in Illinois? Here you go. Winter in Illinois is 6 a.m. Spring is about 10 a.m. Summer is about 12 o'clock. And then fall hits about 4:30. So dress appropriately for Illinois. You never know. Oh, it's going to be a beautiful, and then it's cold. I mean, it's crazy, this place. State of Illinois. I don't know. People ask me, Tony, will you move? Would you move? Me and Laura might. You never know. You know, it depends where the work takes us, as you may say. I want to thank you all. What's up, Tony, from Hardcore Italians? Michael, my good friend, how are you doing? We're talking about putting something together for a show last year. It didn't happen. Maybe we can do it this year. Check out Hardcore Italians. Check out the Facebook page. Fantastic. Oh, got great stuff about Italians doing great things and funny things, and they have merchandise. So make sure you look up Hardcore Italians. That's right. Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. We are coming to an end, folks, tonight. Chicago Prime Steakhouse, 8 o'clock. Tomorrow, Offsides Bar and Grill in Woodstock. That show is sold out tomorrow with Ocean's Rat Pack. And then Sunday, we'll be visiting the Onesti Speakeasy, Sinatra Sunday, 4 o'clock. Now, folks, one more time. We got a couple more road trips. 2 ways to get tickets for 2 great events. First of all, Friday, March 11th, will be at the Venice Community Center, the Windy City Boys in Venice, Florida, with my good buddy Greg Reaney. Now, you can get tickets at thewindycityboys.com if you're in Florida and you want to go to the show. If you're not in Florida and you can't make the show, but you still like to see me and Greg, the Windy City Boys in Florida, you can go to thewindycityboys.com and look up under the live stream, and you can purchase the live stream, and you can see the show from your own sofa, house, car, wherever you watch stuff. So that's the WindyCityBoys.com, Friday, March 11th. Then we'll be going to Mesa, Chandler, Arizona on March 18th and 19th for Chicago West Fest, hosted by the great Chicago Bear, Jim McMahon of the Chicago Bears, quarterback, of course, Super Bowl champ. So that's going to be the 18th and 19th. If you want tickets to that show, 2 shows, go to ChicagoWestFest.com. And then, folks, don't forget that Sunday, the 29th of May, Tony Ocean's 30th anniversary party. And Michael from Hardcore Italians, we should get together for this. I'm celebrating 30 years as Tony Ocean, as an entertainer, as Tony Ocean. But I've been in the business for about 45 years. But full-time, 30 years, Tony Ocean. We're doing it at the Des Plaines Theater Sunday, May 29th. May 29th, Sunday. 30 years with a nice 17-piece big band. It's going to be great. Nick Sahaj is putting that together. Ron Onesti is producing it. But maybe we can do something with Hardcore Italians to get people in there. It'll be a lot of fun celebrating 30 years. So I'm excited. Guys, check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call at 847-769-8609. Again, thank you, Mimi Patinas of Off Broadway and Pez Band, one of the best bands in Chicago ever, and the great power pop songs. Google them, Pez Band. Listen to Baby It's Cold Outside, and it's not the Dean Martin version. Listen to the song Baby It's Cold Outside, or Stop Wait a Minute, or Didn't We, or Stella Blue. Listen to these great songs by Pez Band. Support them. Great. Anyway, thank you guys so much for supporting local establishments and live entertainment. It's important. Peace, please, to Ukraine. Let's hope this all comes to an end. I mean, that whole country is destroyed, and it's so sad. And China now is blaming us. China's blaming the United States. Now, ladies and gentlemen, they're not afraid of us anymore. They're not afraid of the guy that's running this country anymore. And it's not even him. He has no clue. Someone's telling him what to do. So I'd hate to have that job. I don't know. Got to ask yourself, would you rather see what's going on now, or maybe some bad tweets? Because certain gentlemen couldn't keep his mouth shut. Gas is going to be going up this summer. A lot of stuff. So let's hope things get better. Let's hope. Thank you guys so much. You guys have a great day. In the words of Ringo Starr, peace and love. And we need peace in Ukraine. We need peace in the world. You know, who else? What else are we going to do? So it's a short life. So love your family and love your friends and reach out to people. Rhino, hope you're having fun in Las Vegas. We miss you, buddy. Can't wait to have you back. Jerry, great job last night, my friend. And Donnie Morrison, I know you're listening, brother. Get better. We miss you, buddy. God bless. Have a great afternoon, everybody. Peace and love. Thank you.
go, it's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
Have a great weekend, everybody.